All right, I am really excited to bring you this review of the Gazelle Pro by RitFit hack squat leg press combo. This thing is phenomenal. So the first thing that I'm going to give you are the dimensions, because a lot of times I get questions about how big is it. So it's 86 inches long. Now I realize that you have limited space. So it's the perfect size. 86 inches long by 48 inches wide, 57 inches high. The tubing is 2 by 3 inch tubing. It weighs 334 pounds, so you can move it around easy. It's got wheels on it. It is 29 square feet, basically, in the amount of space it'll take up. And as far as the height of users that could use this based upon the size, you can go anywhere from like 4 feet 9 inches to about 6 foot 8. It'll hold up to 2,000 pounds, and it's 11 gauge steel. So those are the dimensions of this excellent piece of equipment. So with that, I want to tell you the first thing that I experienced was when the boxes showed up to my house, it was packaged really well. There was no holes, nothing fell out of the packages or anything like that. So everything was wrapped up nicely, no scratching anywhere. Any of the scratches that are on this are because I put them on there when I was putting them together. So I put it together, and that's not something I normally do. Me and my buddy, it needs 2 people for sure, because this is really heavy steel that it's made from. So there's some awkward positions. So it took me about 2 hours, and I took my time. I wasn't rushing. I just made sure that I followed the directions and I didn't get ahead of myself like I normally would do. One thing that's worth mentioning about the assembly, they actually send you good tools. Most companies send you a little waunchy wrench and a Allen wrench, and it would take you days to put it together, but they send a ratchet, which helps. And I actually used an electric ratchet, which helped even more. But I think it's important to note that the fact that most of the hardware is the same size. So you're not searching through all of these different nomenclature, A with B and C. Most of them are A, B, and C, and it fits all over the place. So I told you the size, the dimension, the gauge of the steel, but I was really impressed when I pulled this stuff out with the weight of it and how heavy and substantial it was, because this could honestly, in my opinion, I don't know if they recommend it, but I believe this could be used in a commercial gym. Because if you listen to this, listen how this is built. This is actual steel, so it's gonna hold up. If you're a personal trainer and you have clients coming through your house or your small studio, this thing is gonna last forever. If you're a home user like me, it's gonna be passed down from generation to generation because it really is built extremely well. So I love the way it looks. I mean, the red and black is just classy looking. I have it outside in my driveway, so anyone that comes by, you know where I live because you see all of the equipment. And it just looks good. It looks classy. So if you live in a high-end custom home or a moderate, pretty decent house like mine, you're not gonna be ashamed or embarrassed of how it looks. Just keep it clean. And I keep mine outside. So these will get a little bit rusted, but I can just wipe it off with some steel wool. It doesn't affect how well this thing works. Another thing that I want to mention about the build are these guide rods. These things were substantial. I have another RitFit leg press hack squat combo, which is admittedly for home use only, and the guide rods are a lot smaller. When I saw these, I was like, wow, this thing is really put together well, and it is heavy. But it's not too heavy to where you can't move it, because like I said, there are wheels on the back, so you could very easily by yourself pick this up and roll it away by yourself. So let's get into how well it works, because other than the quality of how good it looks, we want to make sure that it works well for ourselves so we can get our legs just trashed, right? So we'll start with the leg press. This has plenty of room. I've used these before where the foot plate didn't give enough distance to go wide. This has plenty of distance to go wide. In the range of motion, you can see I'm all the way coming down ass to the grass, as we say, so I can get a variety of different positions with my feet. I could do calf raises from here if I also want to do calf raises. And then the safety mechanism is very simple. You just simply twist that in and put it back down in there. There are several different positions for re-racking it. You can come down way low, all the way down here if you wanted to get that low. So, and then all the way up. Like I said, anywhere from 5 feet to about 6 foot 8 inches, this thing is going to work for. Another one of the adjustments back here, it's pretty subtle, but this little handle moves this back and forth. And then you could also pull this pin right here, move this back, which would increase the ability for the angle to be more or less, depending on how you want it. This right here simply pops out and the pad comes out. So speaking of the pad, look how thick this is. This is thicker than stuff that you see in commercial gyms. And again, I leave this outside. I've left my stuff outside for a long time. It doesn't get dry rotted in the sun. Eventually it will, but you know what I'm saying. It holds up. It rained last night. It's here. It's going to last. So now we take this, move this. So there are different levels on this. You have 3 different adjustments to adjust the angle on this foot plate. And then I want to put it back here, bring this up here, slide it in. Very easily comes around, and then just slide the pin in the back, boom, just like that. So we come to the other use, which is a hack squat. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. Forward facing or facing into the machine, which is my favorite way to do a hack squat. So you can see, to give you reference, I'm 5 feet 8. I'm not a super tall guy. In that adjustment, I had to get on my toes for. So here I am. Now watch the range of motion here. I got full range of motion all the way down. The weight of the machine alone is great. I think I got a couple of 45s on here. So another thing that I want to point out down here is the safety bar. So I got this safety bar here that will come up to this position, so it will limit my range of motion. I want as much range of motion as possible, so I'm always going to leave that in the bottom position. While I'm down here, I want to point out, you have these for bands. So I could band it from here to here. When I'm doing a pressing movement, I have the additional resistance from the band. Then I can also band it from the top down when I'm doing the other exercises that would help with the resistance going that direction. So now, going here. One thing that I was a little concerned with at first until I played around more with the machine was the range of motion if I were doing a reverse hack squat here. So you'll see that I'm not getting as much range of motion as I want, but the way to fix that is you just come here, and now I'm getting all the way down. I could do calf raises here as well. This is not slippery at all. Like I said, it rained last night. I'm not slipping anywhere. Calf raises, hack squats here. Then I could also do a hip hinge here. And if I really wanted to get creative, I could do shoulder presses here, but we're not going to get into that because that's not what this is for. I just felt a little MacGyver-ish right now. For the money, what you're getting with this is absolutely worth the investment, in my humble opinion. I've been doing this for a long time. Companies have me review their products. I will never bend the truth. I will never not give you my honest opinion that has been steeped in this industry for over 4 decades. I've been around. I've seen all the big companies, all the big brands. For just a little bit over $1,000, you cannot go wrong with the RitFit Gazelle Pro 3-in-1 hack squat leg press combo. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 overall.